This is Inside Indiana Business Radio on demand for Wednesday, August 13th, 2025. I'm Gary Dick. Just one day after the city of Hammond announced a similar move, Terre Haute Mayor Brandon Sackman has announced what he calls a strategic hiring freeze. Sackman says the move is being made to safeguard fiscal health in the city and core municipal services. While Hammond Mayor Tom McDermott said his city was freezing hiring across all departments, Terre Haute said its move will not affect public safety roles or any seasonal positions. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton is accusing Eli Lilly and Company of a kickback scheme to induce medical providers to prescribe the Indianapolis-based company's drugs, including blockbuster GLP-1 medications Mounjaro and Zepbound. That according to a recent lawsuit. Paxton alleges to enhance profits, Lilly offered illegal incentives to influence Texas providers to prescribe Lilly medications. Lilly says it intends to vigorously defend against the allegations. The prenatal ultrasound is an important milestone for parents during pregnancy, and a study by a University of Notre Dame psychologist shows words used during that ultrasound correlate to the baby's behavior 2 years later. The new study is the first to show that behavior problems at 18 months old also correlate with how the baby was described to parents during the ultrasound, says Assistant Professor Kaylin Hill.
Really small moments that then impact how a parent is viewing their child. It's such a small interaction, seemingly small interaction, that may carry a large impact.
From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio. Indiana's economy is on the move, and every region has a role to play. Join IBJ Media and Inside Indiana Business for the Innovate Indiana series, presented by Indiana University and Old National Bank. We're traveling to 10 regions across the state to spotlight business growth, workforce development, innovation, and Indiana's tech hubs. Don't miss this front row look at Indiana's future and the growth opportunities in your region. Find out when we'll be in your area at ibj.com/innovate. Governor Mike Braun hasn't yet decided if he'll call a special session to redraw Indiana's congressional map early, but said he and GOP legislative leaders are considering it seriously as they wait to see redistricting results in Texas.
Indiana lawmakers redraw districts after each decennial census. They last did so in 2021. Congressional Republicans currently hold 7 seats to Democrats 2. But President Donald Trump is pushing Texas and other GOP-led states to redistrict early to secure Republican majorities in the U.S. House of Representatives for the remainder of his second term. Speaking with the Indiana Capitol Chronicle on Tuesday, Braun said what happens in Indiana will most likely depend on what happens in Texas, considering that state's Republican Party does not have a supermajority. He said, quote, "If that gets tripped up, it's going to probably impact what happens elsewhere because the rest of it doesn't add up to much," end quote. Indiana is among the other states Trump's administration has eyed, along with Florida, Ohio, Missouri, South Carolina, and Nebraska, according to CNN. Braun said he didn't feel financial pressure from Trump's administration to call a special session. Overtly partisan redistricting in Indiana would likely target 1st District Congressman Frank Mervan to the northwest, but it could also include 7th District Congressman Andre Carson, whose district includes much of the heavily Democratic Indianapolis. Alex Braun, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
A communication standard bearer in Michiana for decades, Frank Schurz Jr., has passed away. Schurz's first job with the family's company was as a delivery boy for the South Bend Tribune, and he would go on to leave his mark in media, serving as CEO of Schurz Communications for 25 years. He would then leave a philanthropic legacy in and around South Bend. Frank Schurz Jr. was 94. This is Gary Dick for Inside Indiana Business Radio on demand.
You know, the economy and the market are in a hairy place these days. It's up a lot, it's down a lot, it's sideways, and it seems on the hour. There's breaking news coming out of all areas of the country. How do you get your head around that? How do you not go crazy in the process? I'm Peter Dunn. You may know me as Pete the Planner, IBJ columnist, and my job for years has been to help you understand your financial life better in context with everything else going on. So what am I encouraging you to do? Well, listen to the Pete the Planner Show. Yeah, it's a podcast. You can get it wherever you get your podcasts, or simply listen at ibjpodcasts.com.